Good evening, everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. The stunning turn of events in Rajasthan have left literally everyone concerned in Congress smarting and struggling. What was an opportunity to assert their leadership and sort out issues has turned into a massive embarrassment for Sonia and Rahul Gandhi. What was seen as an opportunity to kill two birds with one stone, get a loyalist as Congress party chief in Gehlot and sort out the succession to pilot in Rajasthan, has now resulted in a lose-lose, a no-win situation for the Gandhis and the party. Whichever way this ends is frankly immaterial now. The damage is already done. But the story is clearly not over. The future of both Gehlot and Pilot, short-term and long-term, is under question. The leadership of the Gandhis and their control has taken a hit. And we still don't know exactly who are in fray for the president's post-elections of the party. The entire process has been reduced to being a farce. The cat is out of the bag. A nominee is being selected to be the next chief. The elections are not as free as the Congress would have wanted to project. How did the party get here? How did the Gandhis make such a blunder? And are there only losers, no winners from here on for the grand old party? We will take those questions to our guests in just a bit, but here is the latest on the drama that is continuing to play out. Now, Ashok Gehlot has reportedly dialed Sonia Gandhi just a few hours ago amidst reports that she's quite upset with him after the embarrassment. Meanwhile, Makan and Kharge, the Congress observers, will submit a written report to Sonia Gandhi on what all transpired. They are also very upset. A show cause is likely to see Rajasthan MLAs, while we also learn that the central observers don't want Gehlot to be a candidate anymore for the president elections. But the decision on the new chief minister, if any, in Rajasthan has been pushed back to October end to possibly avoid any more conflict overshadowing the election process right now. Sachin Pilot, on the other hand, the Gehlot rival and contender for the chief minister's post in Rajasthan, is in Delhi. It's not confirmed yet, but he could meet one or some of the Gandhis. As far as who could be a replacement for Gehlot as president candidate, the top names emerging are the likes of Digvijay Singh, Sushil Kumar Shinde, Mukul Vaishnav. Meanwhile, Pawan Bansal has also picked up a nomination form, but he is not revealing exactly who that form is for. In this Congress Rajasthan drama, as I said, there are major implications for all stakeholders. Let me break those down. Now, Ashok Gehlot, he is no longer a favourite. He was a staunch loyalist of the Gandhis. Today, he's facing a major trust deficit with the Gandhis. While he denies being behind the revolt, he has clearly put his relationship with the Gandhis on the line to keep his CM chair for now. Sachin Pilot, he continues to be the chief minister in waiting. He might look at options beyond Congress. He has already become persona non grata, remember, by planning one revolt in Rajasthan. The MLAs are against him. Now, clearly, he has very little support on ground. The elections are near. Sonia Gandhi, the interim Congress chief, the longest-serving Congress president. Bad optics for her and the Congress trying to emerge as an opposition fulcrum ahead of 2024. Even non-BJP parties are making fun of the Congress on a daily basis. Rahul Gandhi, the former Congress chief, the biggest face of the party, arguably. Embarrassment to him as the party continues to be in doldrums in one state after another, even as he's on a Bharat Jodo Yatra. You know, this Yatra is turning out to be tone deaf. First Goa, then Rajasthan. The biggest face of the party is busy in a yatra while the party is facing bigger questions. Overall, for Sonia and Rahul Gandhi together, what is amply clear is this: the Gandhi writ is no longer supreme. They are losing their grip on both the leaders and the workers on ground. So the big question we ask today, is the Congress party facing a lose-lose, a no-win situation in Rajasthan, and because of that, its effects on the national scene?
% वही था, षड्यंत्र था टोटल, और उस षड्यंत्र में जनरल सेक्रेटरी इंचार्ज शामिल थे।
किसी भी कीमत पर 19 में से किसी एक को मानने के लिए तैयार नहीं है, क्योंकि वो जानते हैं कि फिर विंडेक्टिव पॉलिटिक्स चालू हो जाएगी। मुझे पक्की उम्मीद है पार्टी नेतृत्व के खिलाफ कोई विद्रोह नहीं है, सोनिया गांधी जी, राहुल गांधी जी हमारे नेता हैं।
पहले भी कारण कांग्रेस खुद ही थी और आज भी वही है। पिछली बार सचिन पायलट और उनके लोग अलग हुए थे। दूसरा पक्ष को 50 दिन बाड़े में बंद रहे, ये भी 50 दिन अलग रहे।
ओनली विद हाईकमान दे हैव टू टेक इट। सब ठीक हो जाएगा, सब ठीक हो जाएगा, चिंता करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं।
First up, I want to go across to our special guest joining us. Pratap Singh Kachariawaz is one of those MLA faces, a minister in the Rajasthan cabinet who was very vocal with the entire revolt that was going on. Pratap Singh, I do thank you for your time. I want to begin by asking you, ये जो भी कल पिछले 2 दिनों में राजस्थान में हुआ, उससे हमें ये पता चल रहा है कि कांग्रेस लीडरशिप बहुत नाराज है, सोनिया गांधी नाराज है, हाईकमांड नाराज है। आपको नहीं लगता कि जो भी एमएलएस ने किया जयपुर में, उससे कांग्रेस का नाम बदनाम हुआ है?
सोनिया गांधी जी हमारी नेता हैं और पूरे देश के कांग्रेस के कार्यकर्ता और सारे विधायक उनको मां के समान मानते हैं। सोनिया गांधी जी का अपना इतिहास से आप जानते हैं, उन्होंने प्रधानमंत्री की कुर्सी के ठोकर मार दी और मनमोहन सिंह जी को प्रधानमंत्री बनाया। इसलिए सोनिया गांधी जी का तो बहुत बड़ा सम्मान हम लोग करते हैं। सोनिया गांधी जी, राहुल गांधी जी जब भी आह्वान करेंगे, कांग्रेस के कार्यकर्ता, पहले भी हम जयपुर से दिल्ली जाकर लाठियां खाकर आए, आज भी हम अपनी जान दे सकते हैं सोनिया गांधी और राहुल गांधी जी के आह्वान पर। इसलिए हम उन्हें अपसेट नहीं करेंगे, ऐसा कोई काम नहीं करेंगे जिससे वो अपसेट हो। 102 विधायक जो सोनिया गांधी जी के कैंप में होटल में बैठे हुए थे विद्रोह के वक्त, वो लोग, मैं माखन साहब के कहने से उनको बुलाने के लिए धारीवाल जी को गया तो उनके घर पे बैठे थे। 92 विधायकों ने इस्तीफा दे दिया। उनका कहना यह है कि जब हमें उस वक्त भरोसा दिया गया, अशोक गहलोत जी ने अभिभावक बन के भरोसा दिया, वेणुगोपाल जी, अजय माकन जी, रणदीप सुरजेवाला जी ने भरोसा दिया कि 102 जो लॉयलिस्ट सोनिया गांधी जी और कांग्रेस के लिए सरकार बचा रहे हैं बीजेपी के खिलाफ, तो इनका हमेशा इनके हक के लिए, इनके सम्मान के लिए कांग्रेस नेतृत्व तो मदद करेगा। अब की बार उन्होंने कहा कि उनके पास जो माहौल बना कि 102 में से नहीं, उन 19 में से कोई चीफ मिनिस्टर बनने जा रहा है। अशोक गहलोत इस्तीफा दे रहे हैं, जिन्होंने विद्रोह किया था। पहले आपने मिनिस्टर बना दिया, अब वो जब बात चली उनमें गुस्सा था, उन्होंने इस्तीफा दे दिया। फिर भी यदि कहीं कोई बात है तो हमारे प्रभारी, हमारा नेतृत्व जो फैसला करेगा, अशोक गहलोत जी सब मिलकर फैसला करेंगे, हमें मंजूर होगा। ऐसा हमारे कोई झगड़ा नहीं है।
लेकिन पब्लिकली जो सब कुछ हुआ उससे तो गलत मैसेज गया ना। आप कह रहे हैं आप कुछ ऐसा नहीं करना चाहते जिससे कि सोनिया गांधी अपसेट हो, लेकिन अब तो तीर निकल गया है कमान से। ये जिस तरह से हैंडल किया गया एमएलएस ने, क्या वो गलत नहीं था? आप जो अपनी डिमांड कह रहे हैं कि पायलट और उनके कैंप से कोई चीफ मिनिस्टर नहीं बनेगा, ये डिमांड किसी बेटर तरीके से भी रखी जा सकती थी।
एक बात आप मानकर चलना, वहां जो एमएलएज की डिमांड थी वो यही थी जो आप कह रहे हैं। एमएलएज का ये कहना है कि बहुमत के आधार पर फैसला होता है, तो हम 102 लोगों की बात सुनी जाए और जो लोग उस वक्त कैंप में बैठे थे, कांग्रेस के सरकार बचा रहे थे, उनको अवॉइड नहीं किया जाए। तो वो ये कह रहे हैं कि जो लॉयलिस्ट थे और जिस वक्त जिन लोगों ने बगावत करके सरकार गिराने की कोशिश की बीजेपी के साथ मिलकर, उनको नेतृत्व नहीं दिया जाए। एमएलएज का ये कहना था। जब मैं खुद जब माकन साहब से मिला तो एमएलएज की भावना हमने बताई।
अब तो ये भी सुनने में आ रहा है प्रताप जी कि कांग्रेस लीडरशिप इतना नाराज है कि वो तो ये अब चाह ही नहीं रहे कि अशोक गहलोत प्रेसिडेंट का इलेक्शन लड़े भी। इतना गुस्सा है। आपको क्या लगता है कि आगे क्या होना चाहिए? क्या अशोक गहलोत को अभी भी प्रेसिडेंट की लड़ाई लड़नी चाहिए या नहीं लड़नी चाहिए?
एक बात आप मानकर चलना, ये जो आप बात कह रही हैं, सोनिया गांधी जी देश में कांग्रेस का नेतृत्व करती हैं और उन्होंने ऐसे बहुत माहौल देखा है। वो जस्टिस हैं, वो राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष हैं। लोगों में उनका इतना बड़ा सम्मान है कि मैंने आज तक नहीं देखा, सोनिया जी कभी पार्टी नहीं बनती, वो पार्टी चलाती हैं। वो सब पक्षों को सुनकर ऐसा फैसला करेगी जो डेमोक्रेसी के हित में होगा, कांग्रेस के हित में होगा। हमारे पास ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है जो आप बता रही हैं। हम जानते हैं कि नेतृत्व हमें हमारे ऊपर भी उतना ही भरोसा करता है। नेतृत्व ज्यादा समझदार है सोनिया गांधी, राहुल गांधी जी। वो अशोक गहलोत जी से सबसे बात करके ऐसा फैसला करेंगे जो कांग्रेस के हित में होगा।
लेकिन इस पूरे मामले में कांग्रेस के इलेक्शंस की इमेज तो खराब हो गई है ना। कांग्रेस चाह रही थी ये दिखाना कि इलेक्शंस बहुत फ्री फेयर हैं। अब ये जो सारा प्रकरण हुआ राजस्थान में, उससे तो खुल गई पोल कि ये इलेक्शंस फ्री तो है नहीं। एक कैंडिडेट को चूज करके बिठाया जा रहा है, वो कैंडिडेट खुद नाराज है, उसके कैंडिडेट के एमएलए रिवोल्ट कर रहे हैं। तो इन सब चीजों से तो कांग्रेस पार्टी का नुकसान हुआ है ना, राजस्थान में भी और नेशनली भी।
कांग्रेस को कोई नुकसान नहीं हुआ। पूरे देश में एक चर्चा है कि कांग्रेस में इंटरनल डेमोक्रेसी है, एमएलए अपनी बात उठा रहे हैं, अपनी नेता को अपनी बात कह रहे हैं, नेता लोग उनकी बात सुन रहे हैं। देश के समझ में आ रहा है कि एक तरफ बीजेपी में दो लोग शासन कर रहे हैं, मोदी जी और अमित शाह जी, लेकिन कांग्रेस में इंटरनल डेमोक्रेसी है। कांग्रेस ने डेमोक्रेसी लागू करवाई देश में, आजादी की लड़ाई कांग्रेस ने लड़ी और आज एमएलए की बात कांग्रेस में सुनी जा रही है। इससे लगातार 3 दिन 4 दिन से पूरा देश देख रहा है कि कांग्रेस में एक नई शुरुआत हुई है कि कांग्रेस अपने एमएलए की बात सुन रही है और ये इंटरनल डेमो एक परिवार का मामला, कांग्रेस इससे मजबूत हुई है, कमजोर नहीं होगी जी। देश में अच्छा संदेश जा रहा है।
मैं तो यही कह रही हूँ कि ये बात जो आप कह रहे हैं एमएलए इसकी सुननी चाहिए, वो सही बात है, लेकिन उस बात को रखने का तरीका क्या कुछ और नहीं हो सकता था, या हाईकमांड ने गलती करी ये डिसीजन एमएलए के ऊपर थोपने की? एक आखिरी सवाल प्रताप जी, सुनने में तो हमें ये भी आ रहा है कि अशोक गहलोत ने माफी मांगी। ये कहा जा रहा है कि जो एमएलए के द्वारा हुआ उस पर उन्होंने माफी मांगी। सेंट्रल ऑब्जर्वर्स भी बहुत नाराज हैं कि उनको ह्यूमिलिएट किया गया है जयपुर में।
ये मेरी जानकारी में नहीं है, क्योंकि अशोक गहलोत जी के लिए आप जो सवाल करिए मेरी जानकारी में नहीं है। और सेंट्रल ऑब्जर्वर्स जो आए थे, माकन साहब हमारे बड़े भाई है, हमारे नेता हैं, खड़गे साहब भी बड़े भाई के नेता हैं, और उनके सम्मान में कोई कमी नहीं रखी। मैं खुद उनसे मिलने गया था होटल में और आगे भी उनका सम्मान रहेगा।
चलिए, Pratap Singh, thanks a lot for speaking to us. Let's see how this plays out. As I mentioned at the top of the show, there could be some disciplinary action too. Possibly the Congress leadership will weigh in because they wouldn't want to aggravate the situation in Rajasthan. Let me also go across to our guest now joining us. Arun Anand is consulting editor, First Post. Rashid Kidwai is author and senior journalist. George Kurian is a political strategist, bats for the Congress party. Remember, the Congress party is not participating in these debates. All right, let me go across to Rashid Kidwai first. Rashid, you're witnessing what is taking place as far as this entire mess is concerned. You know, the BJP also changes chief ministers. In some states, they've done it, you know, multiple times. And we don't see this kind of a revolt, even if people are unhappy. In the past, the Gandhi leadership has been accused of being inactive, not doing something when there are revolts happening. This time they tried to do something and yet it backfired. In comparison to the party that they're fighting with, this just looks very bad. It looks poor form, and it also looks like nobody's listening to them.
Absolutely, Shivani. It's very bad optics, and bad optics in terms of what's happening in Rajasthan, bad optics in terms of what's happening at the central level where Congress organizational elections are there. Having said all that, I think the Congress is in a damage control mode. When I say Congress, I mean both that Sonia Gandhi and Ashok Gehlot or Ashok Gehlot camp followers. So they are trying to retrieve some lost ground and come to some kind of functional thing, because remember, Shivani, the Congress High Command has they think that they have an aura around them, and you see what Mr. Pratap Singh was telling you, it's a sweet music to them that, they're professing loyalty in Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi's leadership. And that's point number one. Point number two is, if Mr. Ashok Gehlot softens stand, finds rather incredible, but he can still be a contender to be Congress president as long as he detaches himself from the state politics, that being Rajasthan, and allow the Congress High Command.
But will he do that, Rashid? After playing this gambit, do you think that Ashok Gehlot will back out now of, not keeping the chief minister's position and not keeping it with his camp?
Yeah, so Shivani, I think the politicians are very pragmatic, so to say, entities. They take positions in keeping with their kind of, what is in the realm of possibility. So,
but
Mr.
Rashid,
Gehlot
we were discussing that 2 days ago. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. We were discussing that 2 days ago, and Mr. Gehlot in public sphere was making noises like, I should be able to do both. Then he said, I should not do both when Rahul Gandhi publicly rebuked his position. but that ship has sailed for him.
Precisely, but so I think Mr. Gehlot was trying to, pressurize, and that was posturing, and he, of course, he overplayed his cards, and he's doing it because what I was telling you, that he has no design seemingly to join the BJP the way Sindhia ji had done, or some other people, Ramrinder Singh, or join Aam Aadmi Party, something like that. I don't think he's thinking a life outside Congress. So he's trying to, when you want to have a life within the Congress, you have to bow before the central leadership, in this case being Gandhi's. As I said, that's a sweet music. If that's the script that works, then the Congress would say that, let the bygone be bygone, and there'll be no sense of humiliation by either side.
Anand, I want to come to you. We're also getting an update that the written report that I was talking about earlier, that the central observers will give to Sonia Gandhi, has actually been submitted. Now, it is, as per this report, what we were learning through sources, is that they don't want Gehlot to anymore be a president candidate. Do you think that will be the wisest thing? Although Rashid Kidwai believes that Ashok Gehlot could still play his cards right. Will the Gandhis still field him, given what he has done? Or that ship has sailed for him? And the second question I wanted to ask is, how did the Gandhis get it so wrong that they didn't know that pushing Gehlot will eventually bring this revolt? Does that not reflect very badly on them? Arun Anand.
Yeah, Shivani, two things. One, I'll first come to the to answer the second question. What has happened there is that whenever the center is weakened, then the regional power centers, they kind of try to assert their position. And now there is a larger picture in the Congress that now the regional satraps, they know that the central leadership is not a vote catcher anymore. They cannot take them to the victory. But Mr. Pratap was saying on your show that, and but Rashid was also saying that there is an aura around Sonia Gandhi and the Gandhi family, Gandhi Nehru family. That aura has been broken down in 2019 because when Rahul Gandhi was the party president, he not only lost his own seat, but only 52 seats were won by Congress, and after that there has been consecutive marginalization of Congress. And see, all these people, they were towing the line what Gandhi Nehru family was saying, because Gandhi Nehru family had that vote catching capability and it could take them to the victory. It could take the party to the victory. But now when the Gandhi Nehru family has lost that touch where they cannot take the party to the victory, so there is no reason for the regional power centers or the regional powerful leaders to toe that line. And that is exactly what is happening. That is why thrown this challenge, and it is likely to be a trailblazer. You're going to see a number of other, what you may call the rebellions from the assertion of the regional power centers. So you have to look at this picture from, this perspective. And only once they sent somebody to elect a particular leader, and that leader was not elected, and that was during Rajiv Gandhi's time. So they have to learn a lesson from that time. That time Arjun Singh was the chief minister, and Rajiv Gandhi wanted Jyotiraditya and Motilal Vora and Ghulam Nabi Azad had gone there. And what had happened there was that Arjun Singh finally ensured that that Jyotiraditya Scindia, Madhavrao Scindia did not become the chief minister, and instead of that, Motilal Vora became the chief minister, and it paid a huge price for that. Arjun Singh after.
What has also happened in the meantime is that there are younger leaders of the Congress party that have ditched, even those who were considered to be close to Rahul Gandhi, they've ditched the party because maybe there was a time when there were no options. Today there are options. For example, you're talking about Ashok Gehlot and his aspirations. There is, of course, a Sachin Pilot and his aspirations. He's reportedly reminded the Gandhis, if not today but before, made to him, and he's been waiting for a long time for his chance. George Kurian, I'm coming to you. Charu Pragya of the BJP is also joining us. How do you get it so wrong? As the leader, you're supposed to understand not just the pulse of the country, but at least the pulse of your party, your own MLAs, your own leaders. The way things have transpired, George, it looks like the Gandhis are living in La La Land. They don't know what is happening right under their nose.
Well, Shivani, I don't agree to what you're saying. The reason behind is that the central leadership of Delhi is well equipped and have a sense of what's going around in each Pradesh Congress committees. So that is not the case. The Congress central leadership wanted Ashok Gehlot ji to take charge at a national level because he has the potential within him. He has been the loyalist for close to 4 to 5 decades. It's only that we strongly believe in the Congress party that there is no leader who is bigger than the party. The party and the ideology is bigger than everyone. So the Congress MLAs who are the loyalists of Ashok Gehlot, they have put him into an embarrassing situation here. If he had the confidence, they had the confidence within each other, like Ashok Gehlot ji had the confidence with all the MLAs. He should have taken them into confidence, not make a scene which is giving room for the other political parties.
So you're putting the blame not on the knowledge or the leadership of the Gandhis, but on the role. We're getting some very interesting breaking news. Just stay with me. Could there be a twist in the tail, as Rashid Kidwai was saying? Now remember, we're bringing you the update that the observers have submitted their report to Sonia Gandhi, and we are being told that in this report they've given a clean hit to Ashok Gehlot. The action has been recommended against some MLAs and ministers, and possibly Pratap Singh, who was speaking to us earlier, he was one of the faces of the rebellion, could be those ministers and MLAs. Our senior editor Pallavi Ghosh is joining us. Pallavi, very interesting to read that Ashok Gehlot is getting a clean chit. Is this some sort of a paving of the way so that he can still be the candidate or the president candidate?
See, I don't rule out the possibility of him now filing a nomination papers. The point is that him calling out Sonia Gandhi and reaching out to her and also telling her that, my intention was never to disrespect the Congress High Command. Clearly, there was an attempt to, kind of bridge the differences which may have emerged between the two of them. The thing is, in the report which has been submitted, it is basically, kind of a sequence of events which have been played out. And on the basis of it, disciplinary action can be taken against at least 3 of the MLAs, like Mahesh Joshi and, of course, Kachwadias, as well as Shanti Dhaliwal. But as far as Ashok Gehlot was concerned, there was an intention to give him disciplinary notice, simply for the fact because he maintained the stand that I was unaware of what the MLAs were doing, and therefore I cannot be held responsible.
What happens from here on now? Pallavi, how are they going to put this behind? Because there is, of course, a Sachin pilot situation to be taken care of as well.
I think that's the only hiccup which really remains. What they told us and what sources tell me is that they claim that everything is going to be sorted out. I mean, the next 4 days are going to be very critical. 30th being, of course, the last day of filing our nomination. We'll have to wait to see when Mr. Ashok Gehlot comes down to a national capital. Will he go and meet Mrs. Gandhi? And will he also file his nomination papers as scheduled on 29th or 30th? That's the timeline that we have been given. As to the larger headache about whether who's going to be the chief minister, I think that is something which they want to postpone at least till the results are out. Technically, it's only when Ashok Gehlot, if he's made the president, will they find a need to have a chief minister in Rajasthan.
Yes, and before that, the other, bridge that needs to be crossed is if he does file his nomination, then he will have possibly the biggest chance. I'm not sure how it will affect what has transpired in Rajasthan. It will still, though, appear that he very much has the backing of the Gandhis as a presidential nominee. Pallavi, thanks a lot for joining us. Let me take this to our guests who are joining us. Charu, just give me a minute. Let me go across to Rashid Kidwai, because Rashid, do you find it surprising at all that the blame is being put on the MLAs, but Mr. Gehlot is being given a clean chit? Does it sound believable that Mr. Gehlot had no idea what his loyalists were up to?
Well, that's where I was telling you that, you must understand what Sonia Gandhi is all about. She has a, thing called Thanda Karke Khao. She diffused that kind of crisis. Of course, it was Mr. Ashok Gehlot who was solely responsible because the CLP meeting was called by him on his name. He was the one who had sent this, who was supposed to have invited everyone. But then I think she doesn't want to, because after Ghulam Nabi Azad and the kind of mess that Congress is in, and the Yatra is there, and there's going to be election in Gujarat and all that. So I think she's trying to do damage control instead of standing on prestige. Somebody can say a bit of a climb down on her part. I think if Mr. Ashok Gehlot gives a kind of assurance that he would not have a say, he would detach himself from the affairs of Rajasthan, then there is every possibility that he would be allowed to file nomination.
But why will he do that? Rashid, I keep asking you the same question. Why will Ashok Gehlot do that? Being the chief minister and having the sway in Rajasthan is eminently more important and powerful than being the Congress chief. And that too, somebody who, as you very well said on my show only, going to have a free run, a free reign. So what
Shivani,
is
you
going
have
to sweeten the deal for Mr. Gehlot? I don't see it happening.
that his group will remain, that whatever, the existing ministers will remain in the, whoever becomes the new chief minister, even if this is one thing. And second thing, Shivani, you must understand the internal dynamics of a party. See, in a state like Rajasthan, the MLAs are, fundamentally, primarily loyal to the Congress. Then they are loyal to Ashok Gehlot. So that's the thing. Mr. Gehlot had a free run because he enjoyed the confidence of the Congress High Command, not the other way around. So this is something, it needs to be understood in that sense.
Okay, let's see if they also switch their tactic. Charu Pragya, we're getting to know that Ashok Gehlot could well get a clean chit. Looks like the decks will be cleared for him to still fight as the next for the next Congress president position. But the BJP, what does it make of the situation prevailing in Rajasthan today? Forget about what happens as far as the presidential elections are concerned.
I have two observations to make. The first one is that no one really wants to be the party president for Congress, not even Mr. Gandhi. And Mr. Gandhi has his own reasons. But whoever wins these Congress presidential elections, the result is going to be one of the two. Either Mr. Gandhi is going to be bigger than the Congress president, or he is going to turn around and become the Congress president himself. 11 states have already written and asked for Mr. Gandhi to contest the election. So I still don't have much hope. We have 4 days to go. Any which ways this election selection process could go. So I'm observing it. I'm actually observing it in a very, very close manner. And to be a student of political science, I think this is a very interesting turning point for the Congress party, which cannot even diffuse a situation without the interference of a Gandhi. I mean, look at the mess that has been created. Every single time there is a point of decision making in Congress, there is a public mess that is created. And then Congress spokespersons turn around and ask, why are you discussing us? Well, we are discussing you because you are discussing yourselves, washing your dirty linen in public all the time. Apart from that, there has been the use of the word scheme. So there was a letter which was sent out by the Congress to all its spokespersons where only one word is in italics and it says the election must seem to be fair. Rashid ji will back me on this. What is the meaning of this? Elections must seem to be fair. Matlab actually mein to ye elections fair hai nahi. Another thing which we have now started understanding is that the Gandhis have lost their political relevance. That's clear. Otherwise, somebody like Mr. Gehlot would not have done what he has done in Rajasthan. Please, he knew what was happening. Sonia ji is doing some face saving, but
I'm wondering now, even if, let's say, they paper over the cracks right now, elect a next Congress president, somehow figure out a situation in Rajasthan for now, they've deferred the decision of who takes the lead from Mr. Gehlot till month end. Arun Anand, I'm actually wondering, in the long term, are the Gandhis going to forget what happened in Rajasthan? Could it well be that Mr. Gehlot doesn't become the Congress president also and loses his chief minister position anyways? Because I don't think they take very kindly to somebody humiliating them like this.
I think the way Congress is disintegrating, I'm not sure in the long run, Gandhis will be there at the helm of affairs in Congress party. Because this is one of the most serious challenges. See, it's not about retaining Rajasthan. It's more about, challenging the party leadership. And as Pallavi just, gave a lowdown on Mr. Gehlot being given a clean chit. So the Congress leadership has actually surrendered. So this is a very significant thing. It's not just plain and simple, giving clean chit. It was an open challenge thrown by Ashok Gehlot. It was an open rebellion. And the Congress leadership, current leadership, has taken 3 steps back.
I would though say, Arun Anand, that maybe there were missteps taken by the leadership too. You couldn't blame Ashok Gehlot alone for what has happened.
I'm not blaming.
I'm just saying
the situation that Ashok Gehlot was not taken into confidence. The way things had happened in Punjab. Similarly, Ashok Gehlot was not taken into confidence that who is going to be the next chief minister. It was a plain and simple thing that Ashok Gehlot had told the party leadership that if you want to appoint a chief minister, fine, I can leave the chief ministership, but you take me into confidence. He was not taken into confidence, and that is why he basically, threw this gauntlet, and the Congress leadership then realized that it doesn't have enough power to counter that, and they have surrendered. And that's what I'm saying. It's going to open a Pandora's box.
Yes, and that is really the writing on the wall, possibly for the Congress party, that eventually everything that is transpiring in the short term, they may paper over the cracks. But who is going to be the next chief of the Congress party? How are they going to function? Going to be allowed to be function? What happens in Rajasthan? What happens with Gehlot? What happens with Pilot? It looks like it's an utter mess that has been created. Frankly, nobody will come out looking good or from a position of strength. I leave it at that. I do thank our guests for joining us.